Welcome back, guys. This is the second half of the shamanic episode that we were doing last week. Let's find out some more truths about relationship and spirituality and shamanism in this one, continuing our conversation with Neelam.
See, spiritually speaking, we cannot force the other to change. We can only work on ourselves. So, there is a mantra of forgiveness in shamanism coming from Hawaiian shamanism, which is called Ho'oponopono.
Yes.
And the four beautiful lines are: I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And the whole premise of this Ho'oponopono mantra is less about forgiveness, but is about what is within me that has brought this to my doorstep. So if I have a partner who lies to my face, but I don't lie, but what is within me, either my karmic imprint, ancestral imprint, my upbringing, my belief system, or my inability to recognize lies, what is it within me? What is my inner mechanism that is bringing a partner who lies to my doorstep? And when we work and clear that imprint, then we automatically start seeing the change in the other person also. So coming back to the question, if the other person is not willing to change, I would question, where am I and what am I in resistance of? And when I work on that imprint of resistance within myself and really see as to why this relationship dynamic came together, what are we here to teach each other? What are we here to complete for each other or for ourselves? And what are we here to learn from each other? When we understand this, then I think the hurdles start beginning to ease away. I'll give an example that I have a generational, coming back to the generational story of history of women who have invited men who don't support women, and women had to overdo and overgive, and they became super strong and super alpha. Now Paul was a fantastic man and a giver for the world. But coming back to the relationship dynamic, I landed up being the overgiver in the relationship, and it made me boil my blood. I have become a donkey. I have to do all the time. You are not supporting. But where is this pattern coming from now? He was not changing. He was Santa Claus and father bear and grandfather bear for the entire world. Softy, softy, and lovey dovey, and helping others and spending 4 hours. But in the relationship dynamic, I am feeling I am not receiving. And he is not willing to see that. But when I worked on this ancestral pattern of women not receiving in the lineage, men not supporting women in the lineage, when I worked on that pattern, why have women attracted this? What can I do to heal that ancestral pattern of the women of the family attracting a man who is never there for a woman? My sisters are also like that. Have attracted men who have supported their women less. So when I worked on that pattern, I automatically saw a change in Paul. And I started receiving support in a way maybe I was not ready to see then, but now in hindsight, when I look at it, he was very supportive in his own ways. And for other kind of support that I wanted, I attracted a very good driver. I attracted maids who were very supportive. I attracted other friends who were very supportive. So my receptivity opened up, and my support system opened up. And then the grievance that I had with Paul, that I am not receiving and I am the only one doing, because he started giving in different ways, and I started acknowledging that, and that settled the relationship dynamic within us. So what is within me that has brought this to my doorstep, if we introspect on that question? And there will be times, Shoki and Karan, that other person really is not willing to say, and I know that it can be a very tough situation. But that again, I am sure would be some learning for the man or the woman in that relationship to see as to what is driving the show and what they want to do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm very like I'm taken back to 1.5 years back when I met you for the first time. This is exactly what I had to heal in my life. That I was this. I remember you telling me that I have become the mother to my husband. So I was basically giving to the point that I was also giving financially. I was also giving emotionally. I was also a caretaker. Karan had been through the same kind of uh, accident like my mom had been through. So she had a brain injury and she passed away after 3.5 years of a coma. And similarly, Karan had a brain injury, and
Wow.
I was the only one taking care of Karan. So it was literally something that I had wanted to do and achieve in my life. So Karan went through it कि okay देखो किसी का ध्यान रखना है ना at this moment, so I will suffer like that. But what did this to our relationship was I was just a caregiver
Yeah.
in the relationship.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to receive. I was not his wife. I had turned into his mother. So
Yeah.
also wanted to ask that question, that how it's, and it's a very common pattern, right? We
Yeah.
we had talked about it in that workshop also.
Yeah.
That it's a very common pattern that आप बीवी बनते बनते माँ बन जाते हो क्योंकि आपको ए आपकी मदर इन लॉ के साथ कंपटीशन चल रहा होता है, और और बी आप एक आप प्रूव करने लग जाते हो कि जो आपको आपके घर पे मिल रहा था ना वो मैं भी देने को तैयार हूँ. So can, like, how can women a identify this and break it when we talk about giving and receiving?
So it's a very good and yet a not so straightforward answer to this. However, I would say that the society primarily recognizes the role of a woman which is significant, and that role is that of a mother.
Yeah.
And unconsciously, women have been programmed to receive significance and importance within their own self, whether it is reflecting in the family dynamic or not, or whether it is reflecting in the family dynamic, to feel significant through the role of a mother. And that said, the other side of the dynamic is also that men are also wounded boys, and they also love to receive the mothering from the woman. So here is a woman who wants to feel significant in a relationship dynamic, lands up becoming a mother, and here is a wounded boy. So the dynamic is not that of a man and a woman. The dynamic becomes of a wounded boy and a wounded girl, or a wounded boy and a wounded mother, or a wounded woman who is through mothering and through her own wounded feminine trying to receive that significance in the man's life, and hence becomes the mother. So mothering comes very naturally to a woman, but every woman fails to recognize. We talked about this in the womb cycle as well. Has four archetypes to her. In her pre-ovulation phase, a woman is like a little girl. In her ovulation phase, woman is like a mother. In her premenstrual syndrome phase, like PMS phase, she is like Kali, and the creative energies are ripe and the physical energies are low. And in her menstrual phase, she's like the winter, and she's like the goddess who needs to retreat and rest. However, so the cycle is very circular. So feminine energy is very cyclical and very circular, like nature. You know, nature has four seasons. We have spring, we have winter, we have autumn, and we have summer. So women's four phases of a woman's menstruation cycle are also like that. So only one phase is that of a mother. But what is the woman? Which phase the woman keeps on living repetitively? A mother phase.
Correct.
So what will happen if a mother, instead of being a little girl in her pre-ovulation phase and being the mother in the mother phase, in her PMS phase and menstruation phase, which is purely a feminine phase, which is for herself, instead of retreating and reclining and resting, continues being the mother and continues giving, what will that do to a woman?
I think she will deplete the energy. She will not have anything
Correct.
left
And
out.
when a woman is depleted, what will happen?
I think she will feel like it's like the cup is like empty right now. She will not feel satisfied by her own self. Like she will.
And what else will do to her physical and mental energy and emotional energy?
I think she will be like exhausting all the time. She will not have any
And that will give
answer
rise to what?
issues because it will say that कि तू मेरी सुनता नहीं है, तू मेरे को समझता नहीं है.
Frustration, anger, I don't have support, you don't do anything for me. And that's the imbalance will start reflecting in a relationship as well. So it's believed, Karan, and this is a very important topic that we have embarked upon, that four seasons and four directions. Like east is like a spring, new energy has come, which is the pre-ovulation phase, period ke baad wala phase. So we call it east. And then we have the south, wherein the woman is at her peak of her glory and the egg is ovulated and all of that ovulation ho raha hai, and she is the mother energy and she's doing and for the family and bringing the kids together and all of that. And then she goes into PMS, wherein she start getting tired and then physical energy starts getting depleted, the creative energy is very very active and all of that. And then in the menstruation phase, she's like the winter and total retreat, and she's tired and mental and physical energies both are down, and she's preparing for new spring. So it is believed that ये चारों सीजन वुमन के वूम में रोटेट करती हैं, चारों डायरेक्शंस भी, लाइक ईस्ट, साउथ, वेस्ट, नॉर्थ, स्प्रिंग, समर, ऑटम एंड विंटर. So for an ideal couple to have harmony. It is believed that when a woman is in her menstruation, which is her winter, which is like the direction of north, the relationship will be harmonious if the man is in the opposite. If the man is in the south, which is summer, which is the peak of activity. तो
Okay.
अगर मैन पीक ऑफ एक्टिविटी में चला जाता है और वुमन नॉर्थ में है तो वुमेन कैन गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू रेस्ट.
Hmm.
और जब मैन नॉर्थ में है और वुमन साउथ में है तो मैन कैन गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू रिट्रीट एंड वुमन कैन टेक चार्ज. सो दिस वे नाइदर अ मैन विल गेट डिप्लीटेड नॉर अ वुमन विल गेट डिप्लीटेड एंड देयर कैन बी बोथ हार्मोनी इन ईच अदर्स लाइफ. सो व्हेन अ वुमन इज इन अ ईस्ट, वो चुलबुली है, फुदक रही है, स्प्रिंग की तरह है और मेडन एनर्जी है और यंग गर्ल एनर्जी है. Then if the man is in the west in the emotional cycle and is slowing down कि अब मैंने बहुत कर लिया, अब मुझे slow down करना है, then the woman can do all the logical tasks, all the giving tasks, all the researching tasks and all the logical tasks because that phase of pre-ovulation is very logical. तो लॉजिक और वो इमोशनल फेज में चला गया वेस्ट में जाके, तो ईस्ट और वेस्ट बैलेंस हो गए. और वो विंटर में चली गई, नॉर्थ में चली गई, मेंस्ट्रुएशन में चली गई, रिट्रीट कर गई और मैन साउथ में आ गया तो भी बैलेंस. देन वन पर्सन इज टेकिंग चार्ज, वन पर्सन इज रिट्रीटिंग. सो दैट्स हाउ the cycle also shows us कि balance कैसे करना है between different energies, so masculine energy and feminine energy. So one is feminine, one is masculine. So north is feminine. जब woman menstruate करती है तो winter की energy में, darkness में, तो feminine energy है, तो retreat कर रही है. और man fire energy में तो go getter है, take care कर रहा है. तो opposite energy है लेकिन balance कर रहे हैं, एक दूसरे के पूरक बन रहे हैं, compete नहीं कर रहे, पूरक बन रहे हैं, complement कर रहे हैं.
Correct.
So that's how also the relationship dynamic can be better if both are in alignment with the cyclical way of living, which is primarily run through a woman's body, and then a man can align, and then that's how the harmony can come. It's very interesting. I hadn't thought of this to talk about, but it's come in our body.
So, but I think it is supposed to come today, and it has come today. Ab थोड़ी देर पहले, Neelam, I was just thinking, like when we discussed about, and I got emotional that this is our baby, and how do we do it? And it has been a constant thing in our minds that how do we make this a bigger, platform where we are discussing each and every dynamics, not about relationship, but generally about how you become a better human, and if you become a better human, you become a good father, mother, sister, like the whole overall dynamics of your living on this mother earth becomes a purpose, right? You sort of find the purpose. And when this was happening, I was that immediately went back with this question that how me and Shoki can do more of these things, and what is it that I can bring to Shoki, and what is it that Shoki can bring to me? How can we help people? And here is the answer, right? That it's just immediate, right? It's just immediate. You think and you sometimes get an answer, and you gave the answer that probably we need to make people understand a larger picture of not living a digital life or a technological life that we are into, but also internalize a lot of things and see these issues which you are facing right now are not actual real issues. The issues are actually to internalize and solve those issues. So I mean, how wonderful it is that I was just thinking about it and you gave me answer right now.
Also, I think it's very evident now that you're talking about it also, that man and women cannot exist in isolation.
Yeah.
They are supposed to fit together. They're supposed to
Complementary
complement
energies,
each
है ना,
other.
शिव और शक्ति, पुरुष और प्रकृति.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are complementary energies. I have a beautiful example from Har Har Mahadev, and it is an epitome of masculine stories and feminine stories. And Shiva the yogi wants to sit on the mountain and meditate, and he talks about detachment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So masculine principle is about detachment, okay? And feminine principle is about attachment because it's a female, it's a feminine principle which brings bonding and connection and family and harmony together. Man though wants to, chada rehta hai, aur wo just like Shiva wants to sit on the mountain and meditate. And then one fine day, and so Shiva and Shakti, or Shiva and Parvati fight. And then Parvati removes Shiva and asks him to leave Kailash and go away. So Shiva is upset and obviously goes away. And Parvati is always complaining that Shiva is not taking equal interest in the family, in the children, and she has to cater to all the responsibilities alone. This is shown in our religion, all of this that I'm talking about. And then they fight, and then Shiva is upset and Shiva goes away. And then वो घर वापस नहीं आता है. फिर विष्णु जा रहा है मनाने, क्योंकि अगर शिव शक्ति का डायनामिक टूटा तो प्रकृति टूटेगी, तो संसार टूटेगा, उनको तो मिलाना जरूरी है. तो विष्णु जाता है, ब्रह्मा जाता है, तो शिव नहीं मानता है, अपनी तपस्या से बाहर नहीं आता है. फिर हार मान के पार्वती जाती है. So Parvati tells him, then Parvati and Shiv have a conversation, and I always remember that conversation because I talk about it in the workshops as well. And she says, sitting here in isolation, meditating, you call yourself a yogi. The real meditation and the tap and the sign of being a yogi is when you actually come to sansar, and then being connected, you show that detachment. That is the true balance of a yogi and a sansari person, and that is the balance of the yin and the yang that she talks about. And so you should come to sansar and participate, because feminine energy is about participation, about contribution. Isolation नहीं है. तो जब संसार में आके पार्टिसिपेट करोगे और वहां पे ट्रू डिटैचमेंट आया और एंटैंगलमेंट नहीं आया. डिटैचमेंट डजंट मीन नो कनेक्शन. डिटैचमेंट मीन्स नॉन एंटैंगलमेंट, नो कोडिपेंडेंसी, एंड यू कैन हेल्दीली कोएग्जिस्ट.
Correct.
That is true partnership, and that is true balance of Purush and Prakriti. And there are several such examples in Har Har Mahadev. And if audience have watched Har Har Mahadev before, I would encourage all of you to go back and watch with this perspective of relationship dynamic between Shiv and Parvati, and the masculine and the feminine dynamic, and how it plays out between both of them every time. It's so fantastic.
Wonderful.
I think I'm loving this episode. And also the fact that ये सब इतना naturally आ रहा है because of the sacred space that's open,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That whatever we are thinking is automatically
Really coming on. Right?
coming on.
Yeah, I had not thought about talking about ancestral patterns and how they reflect relationships.
Yeah.
I had not thought about this feminine cyclical nature and womb cycle and how that dynamic can play between a man and a woman. But
Yeah.
yeah, in a PMS, Shoki, woman generally tends to get very agitated and irritable because
Yeah.
what has happened in society is that we've learned to live a very linear life and a very masculine life. Masculine way of thinking and being is very linear. मतलब हर दिन एक जैसा, that is linear.
Correct.
बट फेमिनिन एनर्जी साइक्लिकल है, वो बदलती रहती है. और वुमन तो ये प्रकृति अपने गर्भ में लेके घूमती है, तो वो भी अगर हर दिन एक जैसा जिएगी तो वो कहीं तो कहीं उछाल मारेगा, कहीं ना कहीं रिफ्लेक्ट तो करेगा.
Correct.
पीएमएस में आती है, व्हाई डू वुमेन गेट इरिटेबल एंड टायर्ड एंड एजिटेटेड एंड बोलते हैं ना बिच है, वुमन इज बिकम्स अ बिच व्हेन शी इज इन हर पीएमएस, शी बिकम्स सो एंग्री एंड एजिटेटेड. व्हाई? हैज एन इवन थॉट व्हाट हैपेंस विद इन द बॉडी ऑफ अ वुमन? शी इज गोइंग थ्रू अ फेज व्हिच is forcing her to be more feminine and slow down and not apply logic, not socialize. Because first two phases of pre-ovulation and ovulation are outgoing phases, are go-go phases, are doing phases. But the second two phases are retreating phases. And if she doesn't retreat, it will reflect, it will give body ache, it will give aches and pains, it will give agitation, it will give all kinds of issues. That agitation obviously will be reflected in the relationship dynamic with the children, with the family, with the man. And the man will not understand कि ये PMS है इसीलिए ट्रिगर हो रही है, PMS है इसीलिए थक रही है, so I can help her to slow down and I can take over some responsibilities of the house when she is in her PMS phase or menstruation phase. Man will not understand that, and man will say she is always a bitch, she's always angry. No, she's not always angry, she's always she's also a mother, and she's also chulbuli. So you need to see the different phases and how she's reacting. So if a man understands, not just a woman, if a man understands that a woman is cyclical in nature, वो हमेशा एक जैसी नहीं होती है. इसलिए कहते हैं ना स्त्रियां चरित्र कभी समझ नहीं आता. क्यों नहीं समझ आता भैया? क्योंकि साइक्लिकल है हमेशा. अभी तो माँ की तरह पुचकार रही होती है, अभी तो काली बन के थप्पड़ मार रही होती है, कभी तो गाली दे रही होती है, कभी तो झगड़ा कर रही होती है. चल क्या रहा है ये रिलेशनशिप में? वी कांट अंडरस्टैंड ओनली, बट दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. अ रिलेशनशिप डायनामिक इज also cyclical, and a woman primarily is cyclical. So if a man understands and attunes to this woman's nature of being in a cycle, and a woman understands her own cycle, then she can perhaps communicate better to the man. Listen, I am feeling tired, I need to slow down, I need you to take some responsibilities now because अब मुझे बैकएक हो रहा है, मुझे क्रिएटिव एनर्जी और स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी पे ध्यान देना है. बिकॉज पीएमएस एंड मेंस्ट्रुएशन में फिजिकल एंड लॉजिकल एनर्जी इज लेस, and creative and resting energy is more, intuitive energy is very high. That is why when a woman, please, we say she's a goddess. Why is she a goddess? Because her intuitive energy is extremely high, her psychic energy is extremely high. But अगर उसको संजोया नहीं गया, उसको समेटा नहीं गया, उसको रेस्ट नहीं दी गई, तो एनर्जी will get like this, will get very erratic. And when the energy is erratic, energy has to flow somewhere, so it will come out. जिसके सामने वो है, तो फिर गुस्सा भी आएगा. अभी तो इतनी सारी चीजें बर्दाश्त कर लेती, फिर छोटी सी चीज पे पीएमएस में गुस्सा आएगा, भड़केगी वो. So when a woman learns to harness her own menstrual cycle and energies, and a woman and a man understands a woman's cyclical nature, कि अब PMS में तो I should take up the baton and I should take up more roles and allow her to quieten down, then also there will be more harmony. Like PMS आता था तो मुझे symptoms मिल जाते थे. My मेरे बॉडी से कि आई एम PMSing नाउ, एंड आई वुड स्टार्ट फीलिंग कि आई एम गेटिंग टायर्ड. तो द
Correct.
टिपिकल लॉजिकल मार्केटिंग भी मेरे से नहीं होती थी. तो मेरी क्रिएटिव साइड बहुत एनर्जी हाई हो जाती थी. देन आई वुड राइट एंड देन आई वुड से पॉल, नाउ बीवेयर, अब मेरे को ट्रिगर हो रहा है. Don't trigger me. Take up more responsibility or whatever. I want to slow down, and then that balance would come up. So
Yeah.
I've always seen that a cyclical nature of things also plays up between relationships.
Yes. Yes.
And you know that,
Yeah, I think to say that Shoki has personally taught me, like, now I know,
Beautiful.
now I know, like, now we talk about these cycles. The best part is, jab Shoki,
exactly love what she said.
yeah, exactly what you said, right? The first part is, again, coming back to the society, right? As males, I was never been taught that how a female feels when she is going through a cycle, right? There are cycles, but when I got into the relationship, took me years to understand it. I'm talking about years. हाँ, आप एक 10 दिन में या एक साइकिल में नहीं समझ पाओगे. आपको टेक्निकली मेरे हिसाब से एटलीस्ट वंस यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग अवेयर बाय योर ओन सेल्फ, तभी तो आप समझ पाओगे ना. पहले तो आपको अपनी इश्यूज को सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा, फिर आप अपनी वाइफ की साइकिल को देख पाओगे. दैट इज बीन माई लर्निंग. तो राइट नाउ I think we also discuss about the new moon energy, the full moon energy, how it affects both of us, how we both guys need to be in sync for each other. So there are times when she is also into her low phase and I am also into my low phase, because we are a part of this nature, and it has come with us. जहाँ पे मुझे शोखी ने सिखाया है कि यार मैं ये फेज से गुजर रही हूँ, एंड नाउ आई हैव स्टार्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग हर. बोलते ना कि एक छोटा सा एक वो मेरे को हिंट दे देती है कि यार मैं ऐसे ऐसे हूँ. नाउ आई रिफ्रेम माई माइंड कि नहीं, अब ये है तो अब मुझे इस साइकिल से इस तरीके से शौकी से बिहेव करना है. आई डू नॉट नीड टू ट्रिगर हर, आई माइट टू हेल्प हर. भले वो जस्ट अ स्मॉल एग्जाम्पल, राइट? जैसे आई नो फॉर अ एग्जाम्पल दैट जब उसका PMS साइकिल होगा, शी विल नॉट बी एबल टू want to eat food. She will, like, घर का खाना उसको नहीं समझ में आएगा. She doesn't want to eat the normal दाल चावल. So I will just tell her, चल कॉफी पे चलते हैं. Just go out, change her mindset. Just give her that vibe, that not just do the momentum thing of the life. कि यार आप ये भी कर रहे हो, ये भी कर रहे हो. So when I give her that energy, I think our relationship have started flourishing with that.
also I think full credit to Karan. There is a period app that I have which shows कि मैं किस ovulation के या किस menstrual phase पे हूँ, day which is the day. तो Karan has that app on his phone, ना? उसने सेटिंग करके रखी है कि ओ मुझे खुद को पता चल जाए कि अब ये फेज चालू होने वाला है, तो मैं सुधर जाऊँ.
So yeah.
So
So that's work has been done, yes, and it has
Yes.
helped us out for sure. Yeah,
Yes.
And
yeah.
even you, Shoki, when you are going through PMS, you can ensure that you indulge more in spiritual activities, or even
Yes.
creative energy is very high during PMS. So you can indulge in some creative activity, whatever creativity calls you. You can slow down your life, socialize less,
Yes.
conserve energies, because चिड़चिड़ापन और गुस्सा इसीलिए आता है because शरीर थक रहा होता है, साइकिल
Yeah.
रन हो रही है, पर आप एनर्जी कंजर्व नहीं कर रहे हो.
Correct.
आप घूम रहे हो, फिर रहे हो, सोशलाइज कर रहे हो, आप वही एक्टिविटी कर रहे हो जो आप पिछले 2 फेज में कर रहे थे. तो ऑब्वियसली द बॉडी विल स्क्रीम, बॉडी स्क्रीम, माइंड स्क्रीम्स. सो
एंड जब मैंने आपके साथ वर्कशॉप किया था, तभी मैंने तभी आपको बताया था कि माय पीरियड्स आर ऑन फुल मून एंड माय ओव्यूलेशन इज ऑन न्यू मून.
न्यू मून, या.
So it had automatically, you had given me something called the red moon or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
तो मैंने वो पढ़ा था, तो तब से मैं automatically वो होने लग गई हूँ ज़्यादा attune to my
Beautiful.
cycle and what I need to do, and when I need to be more productive, when I need to be less productive,
Beautiful,
like
beautiful.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
it
would
has
love to talk the entire 2 hours just on menstrual cycle, because it is such an important topic for men and women both.
yes.
We should do this one of the episodes. I think
I
today.
think पूरा नया एपिसोड कर सकते हैं हम उसके ऊपर.
Yeah.
This is my passion, to spread wisdom about menstrual cycle, and I want to invite men as well, because
I think
it's so
yeah.
important.
I think
Yes.
I will be more than happy to learn a lot of things from you, Neelam. I think yes, let's do it. Let's
Yes, and when आपने shamanism वाला वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, अप्रेंटिसशिप, या आपने कुछ वो डाला था, आप जो 6 महीने वाला shamanism का कोर्स,
Mentorship program, हाँ, हाँ.
mentorship program.
हाँ.
So I had instinctively told Karan कि I think this is something that you will really align to, because he has that power. There are times when he just calls for an eagle and it shows up.
Yeah.
So he has those spirit animal connections and stuff like that. He's much more higher, I believe, in terms of attuning to his spiritual powers than
Since you're
I
talking
was.
about spirit animals, may I digress to shamanism a little?
Please,
Yes, yes,
please. I
please.
think yeah, we are all open.
So,
Yeah.
for the audience who doesn't know what is a spirit animal, it is जैसे हमारे इष्ट देवी देवता होते हैं, तो ऐसा we believe that minimum 1 to 3 animal guides choose to be with us in this lifetime and choose to guide us. And from these animal guides, we learn a lot of spiritual gifts and a lot of spiritual power. So let's say lion is my animal guide. So from lion, I can learn leadership and courage and the ability to roar, and I can learn to be powerful. So ऐसे बहुत सारे एनिमल्स से हम बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं और उनके साथ काम कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, द रीजन आई एम ब्रिंगिंग दिस टॉपिक अप इन द टॉपिक ऑफ रिलेशनशिप इज me and Paul used to teach the same thing, right? Now two people talking the same thing and teaching the same thing in a live audience, and we started having power struggle. Like, मुझे बोलना है, मुझे बोलना है, मुझे बोलना है. And we started having, and his point of view and my point of view, and we started having a lot of fights within the workshop. So I said, अब ये easy तरीका क्या है इन fights को निपटाने का, because हर बार तो लड़ाई कर नहीं सकते. तो वो पावर डायनामिक भी था कि क्यों लड़ाई हो रही है, और उस बैगेज पे भी काम किया, उन इनर चिल्ड्रन और शैडो सेल्फ पे भी काम किया. बट द इजीएस्ट सोल्यूशन दैट वी डिड, सिंस यू स्पोक अबाउट स्पिरिट एनिमल, वाज वी बोथ, देयर इज अ प्रोसेस कॉल्ड शमानिक जर्नी, एंड वी बोथ did a shamanic journey to understand which spirit animal is our animal for our love relationship and which spirit animal is our relationship for our teaching career together. And so eagle was our animal guide for when we talk together, ताकि हमारे बीच में power struggle ना हो. So eagle is about looking at the bigger picture and not to get in lost in the nitty gritties, और बड़ा पिक्चर देखना है. तो वर्कशॉप में जब हम सिखा रहे हैं तो वी नीड अ बिगर पिक्चर, वी डोंट नीड टू फाइट फॉर निटी ग्रिटीज. सो व्हेन बिफोर entering the workshop space, we would make sure that in the prayer we are invoking the eagle, ताकि highest picture दिखे और highest best हम दोनों अपने higher self रहें और लड़ाई ना हो. And then when at home we would fight and we would remember eagles and doves, darling, eagles and doves. तो फिर हम dove was the animal for our love, and so we would invoke the dove ताकि harmony आ जाए हमारे love relationship में. और eagle को invite करते थे जब पढ़ाने में harmony चाहिए होती थी. तो these are also small tips which you can do for bringing harmony into a relationship.
Wow, how wonderful. Yes.
Since you mentioned spirit animal, I digress and I shared this tip with you.
Yes, yes.
And this was also not part of the agenda to talk about.
Yes, I wanted to ask that there was a recent workshop that we couldn't attend but wanted to, where you talked about shadow self.
Yeah.
And in our conversation, it also came up that how shadow self is something that your partner is throwing
Projecting.
on your face, literally,
Right,
like showing it to you. So can you explain again for a layman that what is a shadow self and how does it play in your relationship?
Sure. So just to begin with, हम कहते हैं कि consciousness is just love and light, but no, consciousness is love, light and darkness. So Carl Jung says we are a 360-degree personality. So हम सिर्फ हमारे अंदर 360-degree personality है. इसका मतलब क्या है कि हमारे अंदर सारे पार्ट्स हैं. गुस्सा भी है, अहंकार भी है, जेलसी भी है, प्यार भी है, सद्भावना भी है, कंपैशन भी है, हेट्रेड भी है. सारे पार्ट्स हमारे अंदर ही हैं. So we are a 360-degree personality who have all these personality parts within ourselves. We are a holistic circle, like a golf ball. तो golf ball पे अभी जैसे मैं बात कर रही हूँ तो which part is projecting? Say my sharing part or my teacher part is projecting. You both are probably leading the show and you're projecting the host and the leader part to the audience, right? So depending on various situations हम उस अलग अलग पार्ट में आते हैं. अब ये शो खत्म हो जाएगा, उसके बाद आई एम गोइंग टू मीट अ फ्रेंड जिनके घर कोई फंक्शन है, तो आई विल बिकम द गेस्ट एंड आई विल बिकम हर फ्रेंड. सो आई विल पोर्ट्रे दैट पार्ट. तो ऐसे हमारे अंदर सारे इमोशंस भी हैं और सारे पार्ट्स भी हमारे अंदर हैं. अब होता क्या है, व्हेन अ चाइल्ड इज बॉर्न, लेट्स से अ चाइल्ड इज वेरी टॉकेटिव एंड द प्राइमरी केयर गिवर से, अरे यार जब देखो तो बातें करता रहता, तो चुप नहीं रहता, यू डोंट कीप क्वाइट. What does a child need from the parent? What is the prima facie basic need of the child?
Is that should have conversation, love, or
love and acceptance and validation from the primary caregivers. अपने parents से उसको love, acceptance, recognition और validation चाहिए. But the parent is saying, यार ये तो गधा है, जब देखो तो बातें करता रहता है. तो child को क्या लगता है, ये बात करने वाला पार्ट मेरे पेरेंट्स को एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है,
नहीं है।
एंड आई वांट टू बी एक्सेप्टेड बाय माय पेरेंट्स. सो अनकॉन्शियसली द चाइल्ड, व्हाट विल द चाइल्ड डू? विल सप्रेस, डिनाई, mask, repress, disown that part within himself or herself, and will try to fit into the image of the society or image of the parents or image of the authority figures. ऐसे ही क्रिएटिविटी वाला पार्ट सप्रेस हो सकता है, एंगर वाला पार्ट सप्रेस हो सकता है, पर हमको सबको भी पता है कि हमें क्रिएटिविटी भी चाहिए. वी सप्रेस एंगर, वी लेबल एंगर, बट डोंट वी नीड हेल्दी एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ एंगर फॉर प्रोटेक्शन, फॉर डिफेंडिंग आवर बाउंड्रीज, फॉर पैशन? एंगर और पैशन एनर्जी सेम है. एंगर को दबा दिया तो आपकी पैशन भी दब जाएगी, आपकी क्रिएटिविटी भी दब जाएगी, आपकी लाइफ फोर्स भी दब जाएगी. सो कॉन्शियसली और अनकॉन्शियसली ये सारे पार्ट्स हम अपने आप में दबा देते हैं. नाउ व्हेन वी ग्रो अप विद दी सप्रेस्ड पार्ट्स, आवर साइकी एंड आवर अनकॉन्शियस एंड आवर सोल एंड यूनिवर्स, उसका फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल क्या है? हमें अपने अंदर कंप्लीट होना है, हमें अपने अंदर बैलेंस चाहिए. लेकिन मैंने ये पार्ट अपने अंदर छुपा दिए तो मैं इम्बैलेंस होकर चल रही हूँ. तो उनको पूरा करने के लिए कौन आएगा? सामने कोई रिलेशनशिप आएगी, या कोई बॉस आएगा, या कोई एम्प्लॉय आएगा. इन दिस केस द बेस्ट मिरर इज योर पार्टनर. नाउ लेट्स से spontaneity or creativity within a male child was ridiculed. So the male child suppressed this ability to emote, express or be creative or be spontaneous within himself, and became extremely logical, extremely structured and extremely analytical, because that was the part that was giving him or her acceptance by his society, by his primary caregivers.
Yeah.
vis-a-vis लड़की है, एग्जाम्पल दे रही हूँ, हाइपोथेटिकल एग्जाम्पल दे रही हूँ, इतना दिमाग मत लगा लड़की, तो उसने अपना लॉजिक सप्रेस कर दिया और उसका सिर्फ स्पॉन्टेनियस पार्ट उजागर रहा, या किसी भी कारण सर शी जस्ट इज एग्जिबिटिंग हर स्पॉन्टेनियस और क्रिएटिव और इंट्यूटिव पार्ट. नाउ दे बोथ ऑपोजिट्स अट्रैक्ट, दे बोथ फेल इनटू लव एंड दे गॉट मैरिड. नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? शी इज एक्टिंग आउट ऑफ इंट्यूशन एंड स्पॉन्टेनिटी एंड चंचलता. ही इज गेटिंग ट्रिगर्ड. यार हर चीज में यार ये स्पॉन्टेनियस और इम्पल्सिव है, ऐसे कोई थोड़ी जिंदगी जीता है. कुछ तो लॉजिक होता है लाइफ में, कुछ तो स्ट्रक्चर होता है. सम स्ट्रक्चर इज देयर, सम रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस आर देयर. शी इज नॉट फॉलोइंग एनी रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस. ही विल बी क्रिटिकल ऑफ हर एंड शी विल बी एवरी टाइम इज टॉकिंग अबाउट लॉजिक, इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंट्यूटिव ओनली. अभी इसको लॉजिक क्या समझाऊं मैं इसका, ये तो इंट्यूशन है मेरा. तो दोनों आपस में लड़ेंगे. क्या की क्या हो रही है? ऑपोजिट पार्ट लड़ रहे हैं. हो क्या रहा है? द लॉजिकल पार्ट which is suppressed in this woman, this man is projecting that part, so that she can take a little homeopathic pill of being logical and structured and balance herself, because सिर्फ impulsiveness और spontaneity पे दुनिया नहीं चलती है. Similarly, a man is extremely logical, but थोड़ा सा spontaneous और flow तो होता है कि नहीं? रिवर भी तो flow करती है, तो उसको थोड़ा spontaneity, intuitive और emotional side चाहिए. उसमें ये दबा हुआ है, तो ये क्या कर रही है? उसको प्रोजेक्ट करके दिखा रही है. दोनों एक दूसरे का imbalance और suppressed parts को प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं और लड़ रहे हैं. पर दोनों यदि देख लें कि ये मेरे में अंदर क्या है जो दबा हुआ है, जो ये प्रोजेक्ट कर रही है, और मैं उसको थोड़ा सा अपना लूं, तो मैं बैलेंस हो जाऊंगा. और ये अगर देखें कि इसको ये कौन क्या प्रोजेक्ट कर रही है, व्हाट इज ही प्रोजेक्टिंग, व्हाट हैव आई सप्रेस्ड विद इन माई सेल्फ, एंड शी एम्बाइब्स दैट a little bit even, then she will become balanced, he will become balanced, harmony, and then both come together and harmony. That's how shadows play in our life. So this is one example. Said, let's say a man is extremely dominating and a woman is extremely submissive. Now her sole lesson may be to stand tall for herself and to take charge. और उसका वो taking charge वाला part suppressed है, और ये over dominating करके he is projecting that dominating wala part. But she doesn't need to become dominating. She needs to take the healthy projection of that dominating part, which is taking charge of her life. The moment she takes charge, she becomes balanced. And the moment he lets go, he becomes balanced, and there comes harmony. So that's how in a couple, typically in a marriage, we will reflect each other's suppressed shadow parts, so that we can bring them to light, so that we can integrate them and balance each other. One person may be extremely jovial, one person may be very angry. That doesn't mean he or she has to become only jovial, or she has to become unhealthily angry. But we need that healthy expression of anger for drawing boundaries. कोई यदि हमें नुकसान पहुंचा रहा है, माँ अगर बच्चे को कोई मार रहा है तो माँ को गुस्सा आएगा ही ना. तो healthy expression of anger is a must. But society teaches us नहीं, गुस्सा नहीं करना है. तो उसने अपना healthy expression भी छुपा लिया. और हम क्या अट्रैक्ट करेंगे? सारे लोग who are just getting angry and will say पूरी दुनिया में कितना गुस्सा है, but Lord behold, मेरे अंदर सप्रेस गुस्सा है, बिकॉज मुझे सिखाया गया बचपन में कि एंगर इज अनहेल्दी. सो बोथ व्हेन दे इंटीग्रेट देयर सप्रेस्ड पार्ट्स, और उनकी गिफ्ट को इंटीग्रेट कर लेते हैं. जैसे एंगर की गिफ्ट है बाउंड्री ड्रॉ करना.
Hmm.
जरूरी नहीं कि एंगर मतलब गोली लेके सबको मारना. अगर
Correct.
एंगर इंटीग्रेट करने के लिए कह रहे हो तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि किसी को भी जाके थप्पड़ मार लो या किसी को भी जाके मैनिपुलेट कर लो या you just dominate somebody else. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying look at the gift of that anger. What is suppressed? Your ability to be expressive, your ability to be passionate, your ability to draw boundaries, your ability to protect yourself from hurt and violence.
Yeah.
The moment you integrate that, you've integrated anger, and then there is healthy balance. So that is how in a couple relationship, or rather in any relationship, the shadow dynamic plays out, and it keeps projecting in from one person to another.
Hmm. Interesting.
Karan, so I am asking you to be more romantic because that is your shadow self, okay? तुमको बचपन में तुमने 90s की पिक्चर नहीं देखी,
Yes.
तुमने गाने नहीं गाए,
अभी
तो
देखी
अब
ना,
What
last
is he
week-
projecting? What do you need to learn and
Yes.
integrate? Maybe become a little more street smart or a little more practical.
yes, yes.
Yes.
And this has been our ongoing thing. मतलब मैं हर बात पे यही निकाल के बैठ जाती हूँ कि तूने मेरे लिए गाने नहीं गाए ना, ये रोमांस नहीं किया ना, so which is I'm using it again on him.
But I saw the last week ही देखी मैंने प्यार किया पहले टाइम देखी थी मैंने. So yes. So yes.
But thank you
So
for
yeah,
that.
I can see that you are integrating your feminine side more.
Yeah.
Yes, finally.
Finally. Yes. So I think yes.
Yes, so I
Yes.
think we've touched upon every
Yeah.
single topic that we can think of. So thank you so much, Neelam, for enlightening us with so much knowledge, so many varied topics. We've really loved chatting with you. It felt more like a session with
Yeah.
you instead of a podcast. Like अब I think इसके बाद करण और मैं सिर्फ jot down करेंगे कि ये तेरा shadow self ये है, तूने twin flame में ये किया था, मैंने ये किया था. And I hope our audience also is able to do that. I just want to tell our audience that Neelam ma'am keeps taking a lot of workshops and does a lot of healings and shamanic healings as well, for which she has made this empowerment circle. There's a group on WhatsApp for which we'll provide the link below in our description. So if anybody wants to be a part of that group, they can join that. If you want to get in touch with Neelam ma'am, we'll also give her email ID in the description, or you can get in touch with us and we can put you in touch with her directly.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Neelam, once again for joining us, giving your time and energy and teaching us so many beautiful things.
It was a lively conversation and a wonderful. Sorry, Karan. It was a
No,
lively
no, go ahead,
conversation
go ahead.
and a
Sorry.
wonderful conversation. And thank you. I really, really enjoyed it. It was full of energy and joy and passion. Thank you.
Same here. Yeah.
Same here. Thank you, Neelam, and thank you all the audience and to all the listeners. I hope this episode really helps you to understand that hidden and inner meaning of what relationships are all about. It is not just about कि Instagram पे जो relationship देखते हैं वो सही है और हम उसके बारे में चलने लग जाते हैं. And then we also see, so in today's episode we have discussed the deeper meanings of love, about relationship, about ancestors. I hope you keep on listening to us, and we hope that we keep on sharing our love with you so that you can heal, you can evolve in relationships.
And I hope you accept your Shiva and Shakti, Purush and Prakriti, as Neelam ma'am has taught us today.
Oh. So before we close, can I close Sacred Space?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A huge gratitude to Karan and Shoki for having this podcast. So let us all send blessings to their birth child, to this podcast, for it to flower. It has seeded already. For it to flower, for it to blossom, for it to grow in cycles upon cycles upon cycles, and to touch the lives of many. And may all of us who need their wisdom and their medicine reach out to them and reach them effortlessly. Thanking the divinity within both of you, thanking the divinity of this sacred space, thanking all the audience who tune in to us, thanking all the technology and other aspects which support us, the food that nourishes us and the homes that shelter us, and thanking all the sacredness of all the directions, the elementals, the ancient ancestors, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, all our guides and power animals to join us, to speak to us, to speak through us, to facilitate through us. We see you, we honor you, we acknowledge you, and we love you. With that, we close this sacred space. Thank you so much, everyone. Aho.
you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Neelam.
much.
Thank
It
you
was a
so
sheer
much.
joy to be here with both of you. I really enjoyed. Thank you.
Same here.
Same here. Yes.
So thank you so much, guys, for listening to us, for taking out so much of your time. And we are on all social media platforms under the name Happily Whatever After with KS. And you can find our email ID in the description below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you get notified every time we come up with such beautiful new information episodes.
Thank you, guys. See you next week.